JBM Mentorship graduates of 2020. Today, I have with me Dr. Sarah Wilde. She is a board-certified acupuncture physician, as well as a certified Gerson practitioner. And we are going to talk all about her craft, how she's energy-centric, how she does her solopreneur awesomeness. So without further ado, that's Colleen's favorite statement that I do. Let's bring in Sarah. Where are you? It doesn't want to bring you in. There it is.
Ah,
Hey,
hello.
how are you?
We're going to just check this off bucket list goals. Live stream with Jamie Butler. Done.
Check. Oh, goodness. You're getting highs. Look at that. Mary's already awake now. Good to see ya. Hey, Sheldon, Shelly, and Lynn. It's good to see everybody. Ted, you're rocking it. Jamie S., it's good to see you. Okay, Sarah, I want to know a little bit about you. Like, let's do a little backstory just so people get to understand kind of where you came from and how you landed into all these certifications. Why did you decide to become a doctor? I would love to get some insight on that, but just take the floor, educate us.
I really liked how you just said how I landed. I'm like, ooh, this is perfect language. In one word, starseed. Okay, so truly, I actually moved into medicine and holistic medicine because of my own health crises. So as I was working through eczema, leaky gut, hormone imbalances, I started really investing in what it was taking for me to get the care that I needed. Conventional medicine often will just give you pharmaceuticals and call that a solution. And it just really is suppressing symptoms. And as a extra sensitive person, unfortunately, there will also be the side effects of those medications. So I started moving more into the holistic realm. And it was through that journey that I sort of uncovered massage practices, energy healing practices, things like Reiki, structural integration, somato-emotional release therapies, and moved into acupuncture, herbalism, and got involved in all sorts of dietary testing for food intolerances, food allergies. And that continued to roll forward into the Gerson therapy, which is a very unique and niche metabolic therapy to help cancer patients recover without chemotherapy and radiation. And with this, I feel like it has just been this kind of evolution of waking up not only to my health crises and what everybody else is dealing with, but our role in being more connected with the earth. So with the Gerson therapy, you're eating a completely organic diet, you're juicing, doing coffee enemas, and having to go through some very deep emotional processing. And we have to kind of find all of those areas that were blocked. And part of my goal in getting through this mentorship program was to deepen my personal experience with, again, these energy-centric practices, with intuition, with understanding the fullness of the human condition and our potential.
Hey, Sarah, when does the Gerson process get introduced to somebody? Is it right after they're diagnosed with cancer, or is it after they go through radiation?
Both.
Chemotherapy? Both. So at any time.
It depends on how they come to us, if that makes sense. I think often people are either really terrified to go through conventional oncology practices. They don't want radiation. They've seen somebody else go through chemo. So they look for holistic means, or sometimes they go through those practices and perhaps not successfully. Perhaps they have a recurrence afterwards, or they're trying to do cleanup. They know that they've taken in these heavy toxic materials and they want it out of their system to prevent recurrence. So we get them all across the spectrum, all stages, all types.
That's what Lynn Mano is writing. She says, "Hi, Dr. Sarah, so excited to learn about this. I had cancer and I'd been on tamoxifen, and then, oh my goodness.
We're looking for something more holistic. So this would be it. You would want to get involved in something like the Gerson therapy.
How long has that been around?
1940s, Dr. Max
What?
Gerson. He came over. He was a German Jew, so he came to the United States. And around the same time, the FDA started rolling out their mandates. He went ahead of, I believe it was the Senate, to kind of speak for the value of holistic medicine. And that was a time where there was a big divide between what is now considered to be alternative care and conventional care. So he really was fighting against pharmaceuticals and telling people, no, there's a really natural way to do this to heal and recover the body.
Why did you think, to me, I've never heard of it. Do you think it's been buried? And why do you, if you think that,
Oh,
why?
we could go deep in some conspiracy theories for sure. But, yes, it is a little bit lesser known. I think it's just around the publicity of it. A lot of what medicine needs now is studies. They want to be able to kind of put everything into a box. So they want to say, we did this treatment protocol. This is what worked. This is how we made it effective. But to do so is to standardize the procedure. And that isn't something we can necessarily do because everybody has, again, a different biology, a different type of cancer, a different process involved. And so it's not a one size fits all approach. And to do so would do a disservice to the people who are involved.
Yeah, I'm with Jamie S., who's like, I can't believe I've never heard of this, even though it came out in the 1940s. Wow. So Shelley Ham says, how effective is holistic medicine over conventional medicine?
I don't think it's one over the other. I think it's best when we hold hands. We need the diagnostic workup of conventional medicine. We need the laboratory workup. We need imaging at times. And I think with holistic, we're looking at the whole person. We're not just taking pieces and parts, meaning when we look at a thyroid disorder, we're not looking only at the thyroid. We have to look at all the other hormone components relative to the health of the thyroid, adrenals, our sex hormones, and then what else is happening with the gut and the body? Why aren't we able to manufacture or receive the nutrition to make the hormones necessary?
All integrative, the whole body.
That's it.
So I had one more question about the Gerson. Like, how did you get into that? Is it a certification? What's the study process?
Yes, it's a certification. It was interesting. While I was in acupuncture school, one of my colleagues' wives was very, very ill with Hashimoto's. Funny that we were just talking about thyroid, which conventional medicine considers to be a permanent condition. And she was very sick, very fatigued. She really, really wanted to have another child, but was struggling with infertility. And she went away for 6 months. I hadn't seen her. She wasn't hanging around school any longer. And there was some type of health crisis that had preceded this where she felt that the house was burning down. She was napping on the couch. The house might have been burning down. And she yelled for her children to leave, but she was too tired to get herself up off the couch. So that was that moment of intervention. So they found the Gerson therapy and they started working through this process. And she had to get root canals or maybe amalgams removed. She did her detox therapy for a few months. And the next time I saw her, totally different person, vibrant, healthy, pregnant, no longer had been diagnosed with Hashimoto's. And I was like, whatever she did, I need to know about that because it was such a revolution. And so I got through acupuncture school. I was maybe 3 to 4 years into the practice, and I started looking at the Gerson therapy, reading books, watching videos, and eventually they opened up a practitioner program to start teaching practitioners how to do online consultation and meet with these patients in their own home. So they no longer had to go to a clinic to receive care. And I jumped on it as soon as I saw that that was happening. I was like, oh, I need to invest. This is something I'm very passionate about. I went through it as a patient first. So I did about 9 months of the therapy while I was working, which is an insane investment of time and self-care.
Yes.
But that was so important to my own healing that now not only do I identify the struggles in the patients because I was one, right? But also it's just, I feel so intimate in my care, my level of care with those people as their practitioner now.
Listen, when I've gotten to know you over the last several months, and you are a very forthcoming person. What you are thinking is what you are saying. What you are feeling is exactly who you are. So I'm imagining you in the Gerson certification process, and here you are bringing this energy centric light and everything. Was everybody else going like, "Hey, there's cool Sarah, like rock on, we understand this, it's good"?
It's,
How was it to blend?
yeah, it's funny because I am outside the realm of what medicine would consider to be normal. I'm not a surgeon. I'm not an oncologist. I've publicly caught flack for not having those certifications, those licenses. But that's okay with me because I think I'm bringing something completely different, which again goes back to the wholeness. So everybody, we have the physical dimension of ourselves, right? We have, when illness sits in our physical body, we have this manifestation, but we don't often look at the emotional components or the spiritual components involved. And for somebody to fully heal, we have to do it all. It's not just, again, a one size fits all approach. It's not just going to be treating the physical. You have to do the emotional work as well. And so I think that I bring some color to their world. And with that, moved into things like sound healing and meditation as a means to be able to help people do that deep internal work.
Wait a second. So you prescribe sound healing, sound baths, meditations, like that's a thing.
It's a thing. It's a thing. I think it's a big component of a person being open to receiving healing. And sound therapy is like a deep tissue massage on a cellular level. It's going to change and reintegrate aspects of your being, of yourself, of your consciousness that are essential to being healed and whole.
Hey, Krista is wanting to know, do you work in California?
I have previously worked in California. I'm capable of being in Florida and meeting you in California because now we have this fancy internet connection, as long as technology works with us. But yes, I've come out to San Diego and Los Angeles frequently over the past few years.
Mm-hmm. So you're located in Jacksonville, Florida, but you are pretty much working globally.
I am, yes. I have patients in Canada and South America, Central America.
Amy Bolette is saying, I love this conversation. I love this talk.
Thanks, Amy. I'd love to have you here too.
Jay Marcus says, sometimes holistic healing and manifestation of a mindset on a cure sometimes can't be measured and put in a science-based tested box.
Well, right. And that's when people say, oh, it was a miraculous healing, right?
Man, I was imagining when you were talking about looking at the spirit and the emotions behind whatever the disease, illness, or imbalance is. I'm guessing it's like one of the main reasons why you went out on your own and you did this solopreneur kind of launch. But how is it being out there kind of by yourself with these very forward and progressive and wholeness and energy centric ideals? Is it working?
Am I alone?
Not really. No.
That's right. That's right. I don't think that I am. It's so the reason that I've chose not to work with a big clinic or in a facility and that I'm doing the work on my own is because I felt that it was limiting. Now, with that, there is a huge value to having community. And I think that you have to choose appropriately the community that best reflects the higher qualities of your work. So it was very important for me to step away from a conventional standard practice of medicine where I would be limited by insurance companies trying to tell me what it is I need to do, or perhaps administration telling me what they need from me. Being on my own as an entrepreneur has really been effective. I can manage my time better. I can manage my time off and self-care better. And I get the value of being able to be creative and create classes and different practices to invite people into. So sometimes that's healing retreats. Sometimes it is meditation and sound baths. Sometimes it's movement classes, breath work classes. So I get this broad spectrum without somebody kind of trying to fit me in a box, so to speak.
Your box would definitely not be like this.
No. And so with this, with the mentorship program, with Jamie Butler's mentorship program, I have an amazing community of women who are all throughout the United States, who each have a diverse skill set in what they want to offer. But we're all invested in the very same thing. If we distill it all the way down, we're helping other people to do their work, whatever that might be, whatever next level they're trying to get to. We're here helping to be a conduit to help them channel whatever they're bringing in next, what they want to manifest for themselves. We are their activists. And I love that that's my community.
Oh my God, you just lighten up my soul, Dr. Sarah. Why are you in Jacksonville? Why aren't you right here so I can squeeze you?
Oh.
All right. I heard you briefly mention retreats.
Yeah.
And you've done retreats in the past. Do you have any coming up?
I do.
You
so
do?
In May,
Yeah.
it is a goal with my girlfriends Ragda and Jen to take a small group of women to do a Awakening the Inner Goddess retreat in Peru. So I have a lovely family that I'm working with in Peru with a gentleman that I've known for a long time, 5th generation Peruvian shaman. And they're inviting us to their home, to their property that they have built with a yoga yurt. We're just a few hours away from Machu Picchu. So it's a 5-day retreat. And I'm so excited to open that up and invite some people in.
Is that for women only or for men as well?
We're going to do women only because we're going to the Sacred Valley of the Incas. And there's a really beautiful, rich, I'm going to say power that we can get in contact there with the earth. And so we're going to do some really great work there. Some dance, some yoga, some chanting, do some sound therapy. There's some big plans.
Do you know, I think just getting out of your own environment, whether it is to a retreat or just like a day away, 2 hours up the road, is so important. I can't even imagine what 5 days chanting and in this sacred land and doing the work would feel like.
Yeah.
Sounds incredible. Luminaires, I'll make sure that the link is up. I don't have it ASAP, but you can go to Dr. Sarah's website, which is wildedetox.com. You can also, as I encourage you guys, listen, whenever you find something, someone, topic, person, class, workshop that you have fallen in love with, seek it out, follow the trail, click on their YouTube, their Facebook, their Instagram, because the type of environment that you keep, luminaires, that you keep in your social media, in your home, what's up on your screen, what keeps popping up on your phone, that's quietly feeding you vibrations. It's feeding you images and thoughts and alignment. Imagine if it was Dr. Sarah Wilde everywhere, encouraging you, honestly, like not like pretending this is awesome. It is awesome. Giving you those signals to get centered and to be powerful and to look at yourself. I know that, Dr. Sarah, you have a little something for everybody today.
Oh,
You want to share about that? Because that's super exciting. And you even just like organically said it a little while ago when you were prescribing things. So prescribe us this right now. Go for it.
So I am working to build out some video content on Learn It Live, and I've launched my very first meditation video for you to be able to practice a yin winter solstice meditation. So this is to get centered, soft, in a place of receptivity. This is great when you're trying to do some type of manifestation work. It literally is planting you like a seed into the earth. And so with that, sometimes we don't know where we're going or what we're moving forward into. And that can be a very powerful place if you allow yourself to arrive there. So this is a small introduction, a little 15-minute video for you to join in on a meditation. For the first 100 people who listen to it, there is a discount code, so you can receive it for free. Otherwise, it'll be $3, the cost of a cup of coffee. So that's going to be kind of the where I'm moving forward to with the online practice.
Now I'm in a different place. Get it up, guys. Dr. Julia Spinolo is saying, hi. She's like, Jamie Butler, hook me up with this woman. She and I do the same thing. Oh, I cannot wait to make that introduction.
I think there's going to be an incredible movement of physicians and holistic practitioners who are really starting to move into this integrative way of being. We're seeing it more and more. I'm really seeing the consciousness move in this direction, that we can't continue to operate in these little pockets. So yes, I'd be happy to build community with you.
Oh, everybody's so happy. All right, I have 2 other questions. Maybe they're kind of personal.
Yeah.
But I'll just go for it, and you can always tell me, Jamie, back off. I hear that you have a companion in your house. Who is it?
Oh, my sweet boy. He's laying on the floor next to me right now. He is an 11-year-old lab boxer mix, and he's everything. He's the sweetest man. Mayor of the town, wants to greet everybody.
The mayor of the town. That is so sweet. Hi, Max. And I was so curious, through all the holistic healing, all the integration, all the knowledge, all the first pain, suffering, your own journey into health and awareness of energy, gaining that knowledge, and now being in the position to help other people do it as well. What was one of the cases or relationships that you worked on or through in healing that really just stuck with you? And if you can think of one, are you able to share it with us? I know it's a little bit of a public platform, but.
Yeah, there have been a few. But one of my favorite is the youngest client I've ever worked with, who was born with a genetic disorder. And, when he was born, they often would say, it's only a year. He only can have a year. Well, he's now 2.5 years old. He's survived liver cancer. He's doing really well. So it's my hope that he continues to be able to be here with us. Such a brilliant light. When you see this child, you're like wisdom of the ages. But he just isn't developmentally on the same scale as us. And that's okay. It doesn't mean that he doesn't have value to survive. So I'm so proud to say that he's still with us on our journey.
Okay. Yeah. I now have so many more questions. With him being so little like that, language isn't there. It's not like you can sit and educate the little guy and have him understand or walk him through visualization and so forth. And here you are having success just the same. How? Dr. Sarah, how?
Nutrition. So nutrition, putting juices and gruel through a G-tube, and introducing things like infrared lights, tuning forks to use as an application on specific acupuncture points, helping him kind of get more into his body. So he's doing a lot of work. It's really educating his parents and the nursing staff around him.
Oh my God. I can only imagine how he thinks of you when you come in for the treatment. Probably another care provider, like mom number 2 or 3, depending however we want to see it. But
yeah, he does. He's got a lot of caretakers. But there's something that he's doing by being who he is too, right?
Man, that is so wild. So Krista says, my heart has been searching for the best meditation ritual for the great conjunction. This sounds like I'm supposed to look into it. Yes, it is.
So
It's
exciting.
lining up for you guys.
Yeah.
Oh, Carla, she says, no, when you were talking about your retreat, she goes, I'm under a DACA and I can't fly out of the country. Ironically, South America is my homeland and I'm not allowed to go.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, but she would want to go. Is this something, these retreats that you do every year, or is this just kind of a one-off?
This particular one, we're going to start and see how it goes. I think it's difficult to plan forward right now with everything that's happening in the world.
Yeah.
So we're going to throw it out there and see what sticks. And if it's possible, I would love to be able to do once a year. And I think going to sacred places to make these connections, to be in nature is so important. Not just about what's there for us, but also what we're bringing to that space.
I want to do one with you.
Sure. Let's do it. I would love to.
I want to go and first be the recipient and then come and join. I will follow your lead as you first did Gerson and then became the practitioner of it, which is wonderful. I wanted to remind Luminaires again that Dr. Sarah has a great winter solstice meditation up on Learn It Live. The link is in the thread. I am posting it again. See if it'll do it for me. And you can head over there, the first 100 people to sign up. This will take you to her website, and you just go ahead and you click on the button on her website, and then you sign up for Learn It Live, and then you can use the code that is posted in the thread. It's everywhere. If you need help with it, reach out. We want to hold your hand and help you.
Yes.
And you can get the meditation for free. What's nice with Learn It Live is the content that Dr. Sarah is putting up. It's recorded. It's going to be there permanently. So once you buy the course, it stays, or the class, or the meditation, or the lecture, it stays right there on your page on Learn It Live, and you can go back and watch it as many times as you would like. It's really a great platform. I like it, and I'm happy that you're using it.
Me too. It really is going to be something that anchors a part of the practice that I've been wanting to roll out on the online community. So far, all of these retreats, meditations, this is happening in person locally in Jacksonville. I would love to have more to offer to the people who are in the distance-based practice. Whenever we're doing functional medicine or the Gerson therapy, it's not hands-on. So offering this aspect of my practice online is huge. It's going to be so wonderful for the individuals involved.
Okay, back up. I need a little explanation here. The Gerson therapy is not hands-on, so that's the part that you can also do remotely.
I do that remotely. That's right. So I take on, like I was saying, all of these clients globally. We meet over Zoom. And so I'm educating them to create a protocol, if you will, that you follow from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. Every hour, what supplements, what juices, what foods you're eating, how you're practicing your self-care. If that's about doing IV treatments or infrared sauna or castor oil packs, clay packs, what teas you're drinking. We organize it all. And so even if you have conventional care involved and they're giving you certain pharmaceuticals or supplements that they want you to take, we put it into that protocol. So we have to give people a conclusive way to help heal themselves. Often I find that patients will kind of doctor shop to get different components of what they need. Let's put it all in one place. Let's make it easy.
That's you.
Yeah, that's me.
And you're so clear about it too.
Thank you.
You know, as you first started talking from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m., already my brain was like, oh no, you probably, that's a lot to do. And the other side of my brain said, you know what? If that's all it took for me to have a healthy life or to have my life back, absolutely, I would say yes to that. And then as you're laying it out so clearly and precisely, it would be so nice to follow.
It's It is. It's nice to have somebody organize for you what it is that you need to be doing, because there is so much disorganization. And with the web, there's a lot of information that's available. So how do you know what's right for you?
Thank you. And how do you know what's right?
That,
Period.
that too. These days, that too.
Crazy out there. God, this has been so enlightening, Dr. Sarah. This is crazy good stuff. Our time is like cutting short, but I always like to do this last little question, which is there a golden nugget? Just some deep-seated emotion or information or experience that you've gone through that just kind of holds you together and you feel it's really important for others to be aware of it? Is there something like that with you, and can you share it with us?
Yes. For myself, because I can speak on my experiences, the most important thing is for you to be fully present with yourself. So any aspect of yourself that you're in denial of, even if it's like, oh, I suffer of insomnia, or I have some depression or anxiety around the situation, or there's this one relationship that I'm not satisfied with, or there's that one dimension of your being that has not yet been settled, addressed, looked at. Let's go there. Let's do that work. If you can show up and be fully present with yourself, you are absolutely capable of healing and recovering whatever illness it is you're working through. And with that, when you're able to do so, you can meet fully other people as well. So what I love about my healing and my recovery is that I can now fully, with empathy, meet where other people are at and offer to them little skills, little nuggets, like you're saying, to help push them into the next revolution. And with this investment in community and all of us rising together, I think that it's very important that we honor our differences, our cultural differences. What's happening in the world right now has really created a strong disharmony, but we are looking at our individual identities, how it is that we want to be part of a greater community, and the individuation away from it. So honoring that space and that process is so significant and so important for the work that we're doing here on the planet Earth.
Can I hug you? Can I high five you? Can I just hold you?
Thank you. I love to be cuddled.
I would cuddle you in a heartbeat. And all your words and your just perspective and approach to life. Yes, please. I am so happy that you are out there. We need more of this in the world. We are all in this together. And you're making such a difference.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for being here.
I'm happy that you're hosting. Can I do one more minute? I just want to speak to the people. Jamie, I think you're going to roll out the mentorship program again.
Yes, I am.
Okay.
I think I'm going to start in February. I'm still
thinking about it. For those of you that might be curious about it, and you're not sure what you're going to bring to the table, or what you might even get from it, I would just suggest investing your time and energy in doing this, because again, we were all coming from very diverse backgrounds, but we get what we need. It's a very interesting thing when you open yourself up to this type of work, the intuitive work, the spiritual work, that whatever it is that you're needing, that comfort that you're looking for, you have to kind of go out and explore in the wilderness a little bit to bring it all back home. And I love that this mentorship program offered that. So I think we've all come in with an idea of like, hey, we're just going to show up. And maybe it's because I want to learn how to better channel or better intuit. For myself, it was about having more emotional and spiritual intimacy with myself. I wasn't really talking about this publicly with people, that I was going through a mentorship program with a medium, right? But having gone through it, I would absolutely do it again. And I think every time, every evolution of doing this work, of deepening that consciousness, is so powerful. So please sign up.
Dr. Sarah, that was so wonderful to hear. Thank you.
You're very welcome. I'm so happy that we've done this today.
Yes. Well, we're going to be playing in the same pond for a while. Can't wait to continue doing stuff with you. Retreat, Peru. Yes, please. So, Luminaires, I want to encourage this one more time. Whenever you are out there on the interwebs or talking with friends or out and about in your environment and you see something, feel something, sense something that just pings or aligns with you, please give yourself permission. Give yourself permission to follow it. Check up on it, research it, push yourself just a little bit more and read more about it. Stay longer, connect more to it. This is how you're going to grow out of where you are into where you want to be. And I believe that, no, this lady, the wrong way on the camera, this lady can definitely help you get there too.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And thank you, Luminaires, for being here. Remember, this is not woo-woo. It is true. Bye, Loomies. Have a great rest of your day.